Sun protection essential at Navy Marine Corps Stadium. It had, at the end of 3 quarters between the Annapolis Hawks and the DC Express. Naptown Challenge. These are our 2022s, rising seniors, many who have verbally committed. Caleb Fyack, the goaltender right there, he's a 2023. He'll have his pick.
Oh yeah, playing up a year. I think he'll be the most sought-after guy at his position come September 1st. He's got the body, he's got the top hand speed that college coaches love when you think of goaltenders. And size, unless you have insane quickness, size is super important at that level, in that position.
Knotted up at 5. The officials are talking by the logo. Try to figure out. We're going to start this with a DC Express clear. Ball is by the right goal. Because they have the extra man, they had possession to end that 3rd quarter. And our extra man continues here. It's James Matton, a North Carolina commit, right-hander from Gonzaga. Spins the ball through X. So power play for the Express in the dark uniforms. Now we're all even. Lefty rip. Timmy Myers, the son of Virginia women's coach Julie Myers, who plays at St. Anne's Belfield with that outside take. Back to even strength. Nice trail check by Weishauer. Transition. Trujillo, Vincent Trujillo, Syracuse commit. Dwan was open for a moment. The verbal commit to Syracuse with the yellow helmet, but Petramala wanted no part of that aggressive pass. Tied up at 5. Dom Petramala, top 10 player in the class of 2022, son of Dave. Should we call Dom unleaded? Should we call him Diesel?
I love his versatility because he could play attack or midfield. I think, when you think of North Carolina and Metzbauer as Weishauer hits another one. That looked like it got deflected.
That ball was a complete knuckler. Blocked by the defender. It fluttered, completely changed the velocity and maybe trajectory. The reaction of Hunter Taylor, the goalie from Landon, headed to Michigan, was baffling. Look at this.
That had to hit something.
It just comes out of there awkwardly. Screened and or deflected. Weishauer's got his 2nd goal of the game and the first lead for the Annapolis Hawks.
So with Weishauer and Petramala, I was talking about that when he ripped that one. Both of those guys are like flex guys to me. I think you can play them at attack or midfield, and Don Petramala goes to UNC and plays for Dave Metzbauer, the offensive coordinator. He'll get on the field immediately because of that flexible approach he has to the offensive game.
George Acton with the ground ball. Well, I think we're seeing a lot more of that, Paul. When you think about this year's midfielder of the year was an LSM, Jared Connors of Virginia. There really aren't any true midfielders out there anymore. It's just like, let's put out our 6 best offensive players, and they're almost positionless. The designation, attack and midfield, has been blurred, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can just go after offensive talent and put the top 6 guys out there.
Hogan Lax Boys Premier Lacrosse Tournament presents their annual Fall Brawl, Sunday, November 7th in beautiful Annapolis, Maryland. Experience pristine facilities and top-tier competition this fall. Visit Hogan Lax for more details. That's the Fall Brawl, Sunday, November 7th. Big ground ball by the Hawks, and a flag is down as they have a 1-goal lead. And we'll have the extra man. Ryan Schreier, Spalding, verbal to Towson, scrapping it up. Here's the save of the game. First home mortgage save of the game, Fyack.
Yep, Fayok robs Levy, who went around the world.
First Home Mortgage takes the time to understand the needs of our clients in order to find the best mortgage solutions, whether it's a first-time buyer or experienced homeowner. We all need a mortgage.
We do. How many houses you have these days?
I was doing the math the other day. It's a bunch of halves and quarters. Man down defense. Nicely done by the Express there. Top of the box. Weishauer left wide open in front. That's a communication error. Not sure what happened with the Express. But Weishauer now all of a sudden vying for MVP honors.
Yep, the two flex guys connecting on that goal. Dom Petromalo with a beautiful pass, and Weishauer senses the defense ball watching. Well, when you ball watch on number 1 in white, good night. Hawks are rolling. First Home Mortgage takes the time to understand the needs of our clients in order to find the best mortgage solutions, whether it's a first-time buyer or an experienced homeowner.
Smart Touch, the power of a stunningly beautiful and intuitively connected home is not a dream. It's here. Smart Touch, a new way to experience your home.
Next Pro, the official game film provider for the Naptown National Challenge.
Lexus Play of the Game, brought to you by Lexus. I drive a Lexus. George Acton may one day drive a Lexus.
Going to Georgetown, smart young lad. Fayok with the save, the recognition, the strike in transition, and the placement of that one. Count it.
Kevin Warren, David Shriver, they're bringing a playmaking pole, class of 22. Hoyas are, Swamp Dogs got it rolling. I tell you, they pick up a transfer next year from North Carolina in Will Bowen. They basically returned their whole team. They got to replace Jake Caraway, who, by the way, was an Annapolis Hawk. He's one of a handful of Annapolis Hawks alum to be in the PLL right now.
St. Mary's High School,
Tim
right?
Troutner. Tim Troutner was an Annapolis Hawk. Alex Woodall. Craig Chick was an Annapolis Hawk. So it's a good chance you're seeing a couple of future pros. Caraway's actually shot the ball well in the Pro League.
Yeah, he looked good. Him and Teat, Jeff Teat, They have 7 goals last week.
I mean, Caraway's game is a little limited in scope, but I tell you, the one thing he does well, he shoots it incredibly well from mid-range and from distance, right-handed. And there's a spot for that type of player.
There is, and he can dodge a little bit off of quick ball movement as well, but he can hammer it.
10-man ride, Fayak from distance!
Oh!
Big Tasty! Big Tasty!
Tasty! He did something big last year, too. Didn't I remember us going nuts about Big Tasty? It wasn't a goal like that. That's incredible. Okay, so the 10-man ride, they bring the goalie out to force a turnover and jump and find a 2-on-1, but bad news for DC Express. The Big Tasty is slinging it.
ESPN Sports Center top 10 nominee, Caleb Fayak, rising junior. St. John's College High School, the home of Kevin Plank of Under Armour fame. Fayak doing it from distance. He's got a big personality. I got to spend a lot of time with him last week. He's an awesome young guy. I'm a fan for life, just after hanging out with him for a little. You know, that type of young man you meet.
That's what I love the most about
I'll root for him. I like his brother Alaric a lot too. I was really happy for him this year when he
got some run.
Finally got some run at the end of the year, and he got a W. Then came back and played well again. And I think he just needed to taste it at the college level to get that confidence. Goalie position at the college level, finding confidence can be tricky.
Oof.
So that's 8 straight. Excuse me, that's 6 straight.
So when you spent time with Fayak, he was funny?
Oh, he's great. Yeah, he's a character. He's good friends with Mark Dixon's son. So they went up there in between games. Dixie living on the west side of Baltimore's Weishauer now, vying for MVP.
Yeah, he's crushing it. That's 4. This kid is the real deal. I watched a couple of those late season games streamed.
Yeah, with Booker Corrigan and Coach Bob Shriver.
Yeah, and Weishauer has
best player in the league.
Yeah, he has some serious game. He's the player of the game for a reason. He got 4 goals. He's showing you just what he does. You know, off ball, time and room, dodging. And he's checking all those boxes as a goal scorer. If you can score off ball, time and room, and then create your own shot, we've seen it all from him.
Lexus player of the game. Now he has 4 goals. All of those goals in the second half. He's a verbal to Towson. His phone will keep ringing off the hook.
If this was college football, the real recruiting would start now, right? I mean,
well, it can. I mean, a verbal is a verbal. It's non-binding. Is acting now from 10 yards left-handed. Nice save.
No, and college lacrosse coaches will recruit a verbal, but in football, it's relentless. Like, they don't care at all.
Well, guys verbal early just to get a lot of the trashy schools off their path. And really, the recruiting continues with a smaller pack of schools. How's it handled in lacrosse, Paul? I mean, if I'm a school, should I feel free to send him a letter or call him up?
Of course, let him say no.
Establish contact. Yeah.
You know, if he says no and you keep at it, then I think you're going over the line. But sure, make him say no. There's no reason why you can't offer him an opportunity. I mean, and if he doesn't want the opportunity, he says no.
Look, and I'm not just saying that about Weishauer. I'm saying that about all these verbals.
Of course.
If there's a coaching change, a lot of the times those verbals are not honored by the new coaching staff.
In college football and basketball, it means nothing, right? But in lacrosse, it's a smaller community, and some of the coaches have great relationships where maybe they don't go after certain verbals based on their friendship, which, I mean, the reality is everyone's fair game until you sign it on the dotted line, and the Hawks are rolling.
Looked like Paul Garza, the Navy commit with a right-handed wing shot. That's a spot. It's going to be a terrific right-handed weapon for Joe Amplo. I watched some Navy tape late in the year, Paul. They got a midfielder by the name of Skalniak. Phil Skalniak, who played with my brother back in the 80s. His son, I don't quite know his first name, but he scored a couple goals on tape.
Yeah, watch out.
Penny stock, baby.
Yeah.
I got Skalniak from Navy.
You play by your own rules. For everyone listening, we have this penny stock thing, like under
Play
the
by
radar.
my own rules. I just found one and I gave him to you. Okay.
Well, we got to see his recruiting profile.
No, he's
Find
a
guys.
penny stock for next year.
Okay.
You've never heard of him. You look like me. Look at me like I'm from Mars. Come on, man.
No, I watched them on tape, and then there were 2 or 3 young guys, athletically, midfield-wise,
He's a lefty. He's the
that
guy.
are like, whoa, look at this dude.
That's
He
the
can
dude.
play both ends of the field.
That's the dude.
Yeah, they have those guys. I think Navy is equipped in terms of recruiting. Like they could become a serious contender nationally.
Wow. Holy mackerel. That was a stinger to the corner. Is that Levy again?
No, that wasn't Levy. That was Tim Myers.
Oh, Tim Myers. Wow, Tim Myers is
Navy,
a nice game.
Navy recruit. There you go. There's another one. 2 Navy guys back-to-back. Garza on one end, and then Tim Myers sets his feet, hammers it.
Paints the corner.
So back to the penny stock thing. Quint and I have this penny stock thing where you find an under-the-radar guy who doesn't have all the hype, and you're buying his stock. You believe in his long-term trajectory, right? And you've never given me the respect on Jack Hanna from Denver being like
That was an All-American.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Okay. There's 300 All-Americans in high school. He was very under-the-radar recruiting-wise. He had one other Division I offer outside of Denver.
Does he have another year?
Yes. So, who's your penny stock now for next year?
Skalniak, midfielder, Navy. He's so under the radar, I don't know his first name. Well, dominant second half performance. The Hawks trailed 5-2.
Yep.
And we said they kind of looked like they were struggling. Next thing you know, they score 8 straight goals. Dom Petramala, Michael Weishauer,
Big Tasty.
big Caleb Fyock from distance. You kidding me? And then Paul Garza wraps it up. The Hawks just put this game into a different stratosphere in the fourth quarter. And they take home back-to-back championships in the Naptown Challenge. Congratulations, Coach Tom Ripley, his son Race, a member of this team. Dave Cottle, also part of that coaching staff, and this Hawks franchise now proving to be the best in the country. Came into this event ranked number 1. I see no reason why they wouldn't maintain that ranking as the top club team in the 2022 class.
It's been a great run for this group. You know, many of them played together for a bunch of summers, and this will be the last run for these guys. They'll never play together summer lacrosse for an extended period of time. Maybe they'll jump in a couple tournaments and that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, they're all going off to these incredible schools, and they'll have that bond forever, right?
Yeah, we talked about that. That you see the friendships. Many of them go to similar high schools, different high schools. They compete against each other at the high school level. They come together during the summer and they train with elite coaching like Dave Cottle, guy who coached at Loyola in Maryland. They're doing professional level drills. They're getting terrific instruction, and then they're getting the exposure that you want as a high school athlete. College coaches here all week, guys like John Tillman of Maryland, Joe Bresci of North Carolina. So they're playing in front of the eyes, and many of them will go on to have great success at the college level. It's a terrific marriage. The Annapolis Hawks, one of the elite programs for a lot of reasons nationally. Michael Weishauer, Caleb Fyock. Got a good shot to end up on SportsCenter tonight at your Fyock.
Yes, he did. He made it rain from downtown. We had some incredible individual performances, but at the end of the day, the team bond, chemistry of the Hawks reigned supreme. The Big Tasty drained it from deep.
More action coming up on ESPN 3 from the Naptown Challenge.
Discover spring break team training in sunny Orlando, Florida for spring 2022. Bring your team together on and off the field in state-of-the-art facilities. 3 of your coaches attend free if the team is registered by July 15th. Open to high school boys and girls teams. Hogan Lax Team Training, where teams come to get better. The Annapolis Hawks Boys Lacrosse Club will be holding tryouts July 31st and August 8th. Registration information and sign up on AnnapolisHawks.com/tryouts. Current second graders through rising juniors are eligible to try out. For further questions, call 410-224-3232. Annapolis Hawks, more than lacrosse. Hogan Lax Boys Premier Lacrosse Tournament presents their annual Fall Brawl on Sunday, November 7th in beautiful Annapolis, Maryland. Experience pristine facilities and top-tier competition this fall. Registration opens July 20th. Visit HoganLax.com for more details or call 410-224-3232.
You want to be a good player at the next level, it starts here.